Win at work and succeed at life, breaking free from the either or trap. Have you ever felt like you're constantly choosing between going all in at work or actually having a life? Like you can either be a rock star at your job or be present for your family and take care of yourself. I've been there myself. For years, I bought into this idea that success meant sacrifice. I pushed through exhaustion, skip exercise, miss family dinners, and basically live at the lab when I was doing advanced physics research at university. I thought that's what it took to get ahead. But here's the thing, that left me burnt out, unhealthy, and missing out on the family moments that actually matter. And honestly, my research wasn't even better for it. Let me introduce you to a book that completely changed my perspective on this whole work-life balance business. It's called Win at Work and Succeed at Life by Michael Hyatt, and it's all about rejecting the false dichotomy between career success and personal fulfillment. So Hyatt's central argument is pretty revolutionary if you've been caught in this hustle culture mindset. He says we don't have to choose between work success and life success. We can actually have both. He calls that the double win. The book challenges what Hyatt calls the cult of overwork. This idea that burning yourself out is somehow noble or necessary for success. Instead, he presents a more sustainable approach where setting boundaries actually makes you more productive and successful, not less. Hyatt breaks down 5 principles that make this double win possible. First, there's the productivity principle. This is about rejecting the idea that more hours equals more output. Instead, it's about working smarter by focusing on your most important priorities and leveraging rest to boost your performance. Second is the presence principle. This means being fully engaged in whatever you're doing, whether that's a work project or family dinner. No more half-present, constantly distracted living. Third, the people principle reminds us that relationships are the foundation of meaningful success. Our connections at home and work are what ultimately matter most. Fourth is the passion principle, which is about pursuing work that energizes rather than drains you. When you align your work with your natural interests and strengths, you can achieve more with less burnout. And finally, there's the profit principle, which acknowledges that yes, financial success matters, but as a means to fund what truly matters in life, not as the ultimate goal in itself. Throughout the book, Hyatt provides practical strategies for implementing these principles, like creating workday, startup and shutdown rituals, practicing ruthless prioritization, and designing your ideal week. So, what really hit home for me was how much I'd bought into the idea that success needs sacrifice. I realised I'd been wearing my overwork like a badge of honour, as if being constantly tired was somehow proving that I'm working hard enough. But Hyatt's research shows the exact opposite is true. The most successful people aren't working 80-hour weeks. They're strategic about the time, they prioritise rest, and they set firm boundaries. Think about it. When you're well rested, healthy, and fulfilled in your personal life, don't you bring more energy and creativity to your work? I know I do. And similarly, when you're more focused and intentional at work, you can get more done in less time, creating space for what matters outside of work. I've seen this play out in my own life. The times when I've been most stressed and overworked were actually when I made the worst decisions and produced lowest quality work. But when I prioritised sleep, exercise, garden, family, my work actually improves. Hyatt also helped me realise how much technology has blurred the lines between work and personal life. We're never really off anymore. We're checking emails while playing with our kids or thinking about deadlines while trying to sleep. So, what am I doing differently after reading this book? Quite a lot, actually. First, I've created clear boundaries around my workday. I have specific start and end times and I stick to them. When I'm done for the day, I'm really done. No checking emails or just finishing one more thing. I've also gotten serious about my morning routine. Instead of rolling out of bed and immediately checking messages, I take time for myself. A good breakfast without scrolling. It sets a completely different tone for my day. I'm practicing saying no more often to meetings that aren't essential, to projects that don't align with my core goals, and to the constant pressure to be available 24/7. And perhaps most importantly, I'm redefining what success looks like for me. It's not just about work achievements anymore. It's about being present with my family, taking care of my health, and having times for things that bring me joy outside of work. Here are some questions for you to reflect on, to think about. Where in your life have you been accepting the false choice between work success and personal well-being? What would a double win look like in your specific situation? Which of your current habits are supporting the double win and which are undermining it? What's one boundary you could establish this week to move closer to the life you actually want? How might prioritizing rest and personal fulfillment actually make you more effective in your work? Remember, you don't have to choose between winning at work and succeeding in life. With the right principles and practices, you can have both. The sustainable path is actually the most successful one in the long run. So, what's one step you're going to take today towards your own double win? Good luck out there. Cheers.